suspicion creeps into every being I seem to encounter. This sense of superiority seeps into ones who've never had to consider where they can say that they're from, where they should say that they're from, where they are actually from. Even though there may not be a straight answer, they just love to pester and fester. See, it's always the ones born and bred in the same postcode for generations who know they haven't been misled, who've never dealt with immigrations. Ice simply refreshes their drink, can't take their life away in a blink. See, the English wonder how I speak without a shade from a foreign accent, while the French ponder why I seek another vernacular I simply mustn't. See, they don't just wonder, they fester. Question after question I can't answer. See, I could tell you about diasporas, time capsules in cameras, stories torn apart by twisted tongues, smoke catching up to my lungs. As I tell wonders of a life I will never know, ancestors on a land on which I could never grow. See, people seem so fascinated how every family member reoriented, not realizing their ancestors are probably responsible for every lie we've been fed, all so gullible, for every piece of erased history where my story no longer belongs to me. See, I could tell you about the diaspora, but it wasn't captured through a camera, our twisted tongues telling twisted tales as continuously history fails to take responsibility to educate with honesty. Stories torn apart by twisted tongues, smoke catching up to my lungs. As I tell wonders of a life I will never know, ancestors on a land on which I could never grow. See, you were born in the same land as your roots, their labor brought your fruits, you still all speak the same tongue, same air in your lung, yet you are so curious about how different we may be if we were born and bred in a different country. This overwhelming curiosity escapes, it creeps, conquers, rapes. See, I could tell you about the diaspora, but it wasn't captured through a camera. Funnily, those with a story won't ask. They must know it can feel like a task to have to justify your identity to a colonizer full of scrutiny. They just love telling me what I must be, convincing me to lie for free. You are where you were born, disguised by the foreign you've worn. You become a stranger the moment they hear you speak. Suddenly not one of them, you must be a freak. Daring to express in voices they can't comprehend that your kin's story has no clear beginning or end.